We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live!
Welcome to the Mouthpiece, episode 150. Today we're going to talk about poker, the Olympics, the NFL is coming up. Oh, the election is getting crazy. The Mouthpiece is next. Yo, what's up? Sorry, it's been about 10 days because this fucking idiot over here, his back has been fucked up and he's finally able to move. So, we're going to be, we're probably going to have another podcast, probably Saturday. What's today, Wednesday, Tuesday? Yeah. And then we'll be having it every Saturday throughout football season. We're going to be doing pick of the weeks, our second best pick of the weeks, our survivor pick. And so, I'm looking forward to that. I might be going down to LA this weekend and playing at the Hustler Casino next week. But that's not 100% sure. It's either going to be this week, next week on HCL, or the week after. So, it's the 13th. So, I want to definitely going to go down before football starts. So, trying to feel better. I'm really struggling really badly with pains in my knee, in my legs, all over my body. So I'm going, the beard is back. And I'm going to the pain doctor tomorrow. They want to give me injections. Every time they've given me an injection, it's done nothing. Because it's coming from my spinal cord. I just know it. So, and I actually ran into my friend Valerie, who used to work for the guy who gave me my surgery, Dr. Smith, and she's going to take a look at the MRI and give it to him. And see, they're thinking that when they put the spinal cord stimulator in, that because the stenosis is so bad in my back that it's pressing, because there's no room in there, and it's pressing up against the nerve, which is causing the pain in my knee. So I can't deal with it anymore. It's really been rough on me, and getting off the pain pills has increased the pain around 15 to 20%. So I've been like, I can't move. It's ridiculous. So, that's what I'm going through, but it is what it is. Played poker last week for the first time since the World Series ended, since the World Series ended. And didn't play much. Played in a couple small games, played in my bigger game, ended up winning $10,500 for the week. Which is good, positive, get some positive wins going my way. There was no game yesterday. I jumped in a small game. I was up like 8,800, won like 1,800. So I'm up 1,800 for the week this week. But I'm going to try and put some hours in, and I'll let you guys know if I'll be at Hustler Casino next week or the weekend after. It just depends how I feel. My best friend Ben, he has his 40th birthday this week, so we're going to dinner on Thursday and Friday for his birthday. So if I do go to LA, it'll be on Saturday, and then I'll play on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week, or I'll go at the end of the week next week, and which would be, what's this, 13th, so which would be like the 27th. So as long as it's before football starts, which is 3 weeks away. So I'm definitely going to be going there. Let's see what's going on. Kamala Harris. She's a fucking communist. Anyways, let's see. The Elon interview last night was unbelievable. I definitely think it. Well, you know it made a big difference because the fake news media and the left are losing their mind over the interview, which had, as of 10 this morning, had 84 million views and 1 billion impressions. That's like 100x the mainstream media. So they are flipping the fuck out because they can't control the narrative. So, it is what it is. It's funny you guys want to say he tried to slur his way through. It was a slush because of the feedback, and they already fixed it today. So keep slurring your way through. What is a slush on the feedback?
So it's the audio compression.
Okay.
That Twitter was using.
Okay.
That's all it is.
So it's the audio compression that Twitter was using, because I know they took the slush and they took the slur out of it today when they put the rebroadcast up. So I was just wondering. I didn't know what it was, but they were talking about it. And anyways, it's so funny that Elon is so smart, and like he said, I've been a liberal Democrat my entire life and always leaned left. And when you see somebody like him wake up and see what's going on and see how much trouble the country's in, you're on the right side. And he's not the only one. I mean, I have friends that I can't even name that were anti-Trump their whole life and are voting for Trump. So, it's good to see everybody waking up. And, she's the biggest phony there is. I had to look it up because I don't know why I had to look it up, like Elon would ever lie. But yeah, Kamala Harris's father was literally a economic Marxist. He literally followed Marxist socialist ideology. If you don't believe it, look it up. So if you want socialism and you want Marxism, you're going to get it with Cutface. Oh, I can't say that on can I? I'm sorry, that's just her name. I mean, she's just the worst. I literally would vote for fucking Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden's dead corpse over Kamala Harris. She's so phony. She literally signed into law in 2023 for 87,000 IRS agents to go after waiters and waitresses that aren't reporting their tips. And then when Trump came out with no tax on tips, she decided she was going to plagiarize that and use it. So if you really think about it, Kamala's trying to be a Republican. She went with no tax on tips. That's his main thing that he's been running on this cycle. Then she's got commercials how she's securing the border, and under her, she's going to have the tightest border in history. Oh, wait a minute. I thought it's racist to have a closed border. So they know they can't win unless now they're running on Trump's policies. It's pretty unbelievable. Anyways, and I don't want to hear about Trump cheating on his wife. She slept with every guy in the world to get where she's at. So eat a dick. How's that? Anyways, let's not talk too much about politics. I can't help it. Last night, I'm not going to lie, I've been really deflated because Trump had been running a terrible, terrible campaign since they installed her. And he's a moron because he's like, well, I thought I was going to be running against Biden. Well, why don't you listen to the Mouthpiece podcast and maybe you would have known you weren't going to be running against Biden. I told you guys They're all about identity politics. They were going to run Kamala. The only thing is so stupid is I could have got 25-1 that she would be the nominee. And when they announced the June 27th debate, I told you guys it's so they can remove him, and I didn't bet the 25-1. I'm so stupid. Anyways, Biden was never going to be the nominee. He was never running. I've told you guys that, and I still am going to lose a bet on this. I told you guys he had dementia. I told you guys he couldn't keep two sentences together. And then you had to see it for yourself at the debate. Oh my God, it was a right-wing talking point. Oh, that's all you ever heard from me. Anyways, I'm not Nostradamus, guys. I'm sorry. I told you they're going to start World War III. They got the entire U.S. fleet in the Mediterranean Sea right now. And if Iran launches anything in Israel, it's going to be the start of World War III, just like I said. You got to know what. I have a bet he's not going to finish his term. They're going to, if Trump gets any momentum, they're going to 25th Amendment Biden, and they're going to install her as the president because it'll give her another bump because they need every bump she can get because she won't take an interview. How could anybody support somebody that refuses to take an interview? Because she'll be exposed for how stupid and horrible she is. Just like they hid Biden's dementia in 2020, they're trying to hide Mrs. Cackles from her stupidity. Anyways, it's really unbelievable. I'm not going to lie to you. I really am. In 2020, I held my nose voting for Trump. I couldn't stand him. I still can't stand him, but I'm all in for him because I know how important it is, this election. And as my shirt says, fight, fight, fight. So, yeah, Kamala's not winning, okay? She might. I always said they'd never let him be president again, but I don't. Once she has to do an interview and she can't put two sentences together, how's she going to win? I don't know, maybe. I mean, I've always said that they'll never let him win, so who knows? And he's a moron, so. Anyways, yeah, the Republicans are cheating. The left is in a complete breakdown over the Elon interview last night. That's not counting the young kid, Aiden something, that has 9 million followers, that had a reach of like 500 million people. You know? And the funny thing is the fake news is like, oh, Elon Musk is helping his buddy, his right-wing conspiracy. Meanwhile, Elon Musk said, Kamala, you're more than welcome to, I will interview you too. And she, of course, declined because she couldn't sit for 2 hours and do an interview. She after 5 minutes, she wouldn't know what to say. And that would be the end of the campaign. That's how phony she is. So it's pretty scary that they've gone 24 days without an interview. The leading I know what it is. I mean, I know she's the absolute worst. I swear to God, I'd vote for Hillary Clinton 100 times faster than I'd ever vote for this she's the worst. Anyways, the debate. She wants just the one debate on ABC because she has her media lackeys. They're gonna say, "Oh, January 6th and democracy," and then they're gonna say January 6th again. Then they're gonna say, "Oh, what did you mean, Mr. Trump, when you said that she wasn't black?" Because that's what they use. They use identity politics. They won't bring up any policy. That's why Trump's a moron. He fell for the June 27th debate. If he just said no to that, Biden would be the nominee. Now they would have replaced him anyways. But and then he's like, I won the debate. I crushed Joe Biden. No, you didn't. You got him. You got them to put Kamala in. You're an idiot. Anyways, yeah, I'm a cult member. Please, the cult members. Let me tell you about the cult members. The cult members are like, Trump was so good yesterday on the interview. It was a 10 out of 10. No, it wasn't. It was about a 7 out of 10. maybe he was a B minus. For him it was good. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, but every cult member is like, he was so good. And then everybody on the other side, it was so bad. And it's just like Daniel wrote in his, if you watch what Daniel put on Twitter, he goes, I listened to the entire 3 hours, and then I went to the media to see how they were going to spin it. And it's like just right on cue. But anyways, listen, it's 3 months from the election. I can't believe we're all heated already. And it's just going to get worse. But I'm really worried about Israel. That's really all I care about. And I'm very worried. Like every day I wake up, I turn on the fucking TV to see if like anything bad's happening in Israel. So, anyways, yeah, she's the lady that can't do basic math. No, she definitely can't do math. She's the worst. Anyways, it's early. You know how long 3 months is to an election? There's so much shit that's going to happen. And they got their convention this Sunday, and she's going to get a bigger bump this week in the election, after the convention. And then if things, once she does her interview, the whole world's going to see how phony she is, and then she'll fall a little bit. Then they'll start World War III, and then they'll remove Biden and put her in as president, and to give her another bump, and then they'll see if that could get her across the line. And then you have the October surprises, exactly. And they're going to go with the sentencing at the end of September. They're going to. But see, they already canceled the D.C. prosecution today. So, just like I told you, all those fucking shit was all phony bullshit. Okay, but if they're losing, then they're gonna put the sentencing in September. If not, they're gonna push that back too. If it looks like it's close, because they can't take a chance of, if it's close, of Trump getting a bump. And every time they've indicted him, he's gotten a bump. So I don't know. Anyways, the Olympics. What do you guys think of the Olympics? I thought they were kind of boring. The 2 basketball games were good. Finals. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was really good. The women's game. Wow. I mean, the fact that they were a foot on the line away from going to overtime in the women's game was crazy. I mean, they should have never even been able to get that shot off. But yeah, the Australian breakdown show was pretty bad. I don't know. It's like the swimming this year. What didn't excite me. I mean, the guy from France, they said, would win every gold he did. The track and field, Noah Lyles winning the 100 was pretty incredible. That was really about the only race I really thought was pretty cool. But I didn't really. I don't know, man. It was. Whenever I've watched I was looking forward to the Olympics, and I stayed home. I was struggling with my pain, and my sleep schedule was all over the place. So I was up early in the morning watching the live stuff, or then even at night. I just didn't feel. I don't know. What do you guys? How do you guys feel about the Olympics? I just didn't really think much of it. I don't know. I kind of felt bad. I'm like the opposite side of the right on the boxing fiasco with the 2 guys that have XY chromosomes. Like they're literally females. Like they have all female genitalia, but they have XY chromosomes. So XY chromosome means you're like a man. So I think they shouldn't have been allowed, but I also think it was kind of sexist. Like they're like, oh no, they're trans, or they're dudes, and it's like, I mean, can you imagine like being a female your whole life and everybody saying you're dudes? So, anyways, I don't know. I just I think it was pretty fucked up. But anyways, you know, I don't think they should have allowed to box it with XY chromosomes anyways. So let's see what else, what other news is going on in the world. I really found the interview with Elon Musk very fascinating yesterday, because watching like Trump do like a podcast which is not like, it took him like the first 45 minutes to an hour, he was talking over Elon and he was plugging his, you know, like his talking points, and then he kind of realized, you know, like, you know, it's kind of he settled into the conversation, and he realized, you know, that he, like Elon said, it's a conversation. And once he settled into the conversation, I thought he was really good and very genuine. But I think he should do a lot more conversations with Elon. Like, I don't even know, maybe even once a month till the election. I think it'd be really good. I mean, it just breaks the fucking mainstream media. I mean, the narrative is just unbelievable. Joe Rogan never endorsed RFK, so this is why the maggots, I call them the maggots, because that's what they are. They're maggots. They're just cult members. They're like, oh, fuck Joe Rogan. He fucking endorsed RFK. No, he didn't. He just said he thinks RFK is the most honorable person and one of the nicest people in the world, and he couldn't see himself, you know, voting for anybody but him. Or he didn't even say voting for anybody, but he said supporting anyone, you know, but him. And it wasn't even an endorsement. He didn't say, I'm endorsing Joe or RFK for president. He never said that. And of course, fucking orange man fucking piece of shit, fucking Trump. Oh, fuck Joe Rogan. Oh, this is what Trump, literally the fucking survival of the country is at stake. And he's sitting there worried about crowd sizes of Cackleface, and he's worried about Joe Rogan. Oh, I bet the next time in the UFC, we'll see if he gets an applause. Like, really pick a fight with your... Like, Joe Rogan's one of his biggest allies. You know? But no, Trump can't help himself. He just can't. Which is why I wish he was never the nominee. But at least the GOP, you get to vote for your nominee. They're stuck with Trump. You think they wanted him? Nope, the people wanted him. But not in the fucking Dems. The Dems sit there, they make a decision who's going to be the nominee. You don't get one vote? Sorry, you still get to be the nominee. And then you got this pile of shit, fucking Kamala Harris. And she is the fucking worst human being alive. Trust me. But we'll see what happens, you know. No, I actually put on fucking 8 pounds. Dude, it's a honeymoon period, Barry. Dude, just fucking wait till after the convention. There's gonna let's see what's going on when she has to give an interview, okay? Where they ask her questions and she goes, I like Venn diagrams, and the bus goes round and round, and I like electric school buses. She's so stupid, man. I bet you her IQ, what's considered low? 80? I bet you her IQ ain't 185 tops. She's like so horrible. But we'll see what happens. No, I'm not scared. You should be scared. You see the media going nuts after the interview last night that reached 1 billion impressions? 84 million downloads as of 8:30 this morning. 84 million. Do you know how many people watch CNN on a 6 o'clock at night? 750,000. That's only 100 times. That's why they're like, oh, they had technical problems. If they were on regular TV, they wouldn't have that problem. No, you guys are obsolete. And the media is now online, and you can get your lies and your censorship on Facebook and Instagram and Google, or you could get free speech and the truth on X. And I remember they said Elon Musk, oh, he's going to destroy Twitter. Well, meanwhile, they're the number one app in the world. They have the number one downloads in the world. And they broke the fucking internet and broke every record yesterday. Yeah, Gavin Newsom kicking the homeless out. Do they have to? Don't you understand? They have to clean up California for I just want to call her cunt face so bad because she's so bad. But okay, I'll call her Kamala. What did Trump call her yesterday? Camellia? I'll call her Camellia. I can't call her Kamala. But yeah, he'll crush Trump. She can't. Did you watch her debate? She lasted a week in 2020. She was polling at 1%. She came out with all the money, was polling at 16%. Then she called Joe Biden a racist, right? Then she made a fool of herself on the debate stage. Then the following week she was polling at 1%. Then the following week she was out of the race. And then he picked her as his vice president anyways after he called her a racist. I mean, come on. She's dumb with no evidence. Have you watched any of anything she says? Do you want me to send you the clips of like what she can't? She's like uneducated. She doesn't even know the basic English language. I mean, come on. She literally doesn't know the basic English language. God, I hope they don't like give me strikes for saying bad things about her.
We'll see.
I mean, I didn't bring up the vaccine. I didn't bring up what was the other thing?
Election being stolen.
Yeah, I didn't bring up any election shit. Yeah.
Those are the two things.
Hey, how about you live in Britain now? You could go. They're jailing people for 20 months for thought crimes. It's like Minority Report in real life. It's like, oh, you said something bad on Facebook. They come to your house, arrest you, and give you 20 months in jail. This is the world you want to live in? That's what's called true socialism, true communism, and it will be here if Camellia wins. So, anyways. You act like I don't think Trump's not a moron. He's a fucking moron. Okay? I mean, the race was over. It was completely over. And he wasn't prepared for Kamala. I knew Kamala would be the nominee. You guys listen to me every week. Right? I knew. How come I knew? But he didn't know. Trump didn't know. And then he didn't even know how to attack her. He's an idiot. Yeah. Kamala's husband got the nanny pregnant. I don't know how he got the nanny pregnant. He came out as gay like 3 weeks ago. He was like, when they announced her as going to be running for president, he was literally in a gay massage parlor or gay bathhouse or something like that with his friends. You can't make this up. Go look it up. I'm not being serious. Like, their marriage is phony and fake. And, I mean, I guess I don't blame him for becoming gay. I mean, I'd probably turn gay too if I had to be with her. But, you know, Drudge has been compromised for years. Let's see what else is going on in the world. Haven't really watched much baseball. It's so boring. It's like they either strike out or hit home runs. And I know, how could you guys support Kamala? She refuses. Do you understand when you say Kamala's husband is Jewish? She's what we'd call liberal Jews that could care less if Israel burned tomorrow, okay? Those aren't real Jews. Real Jews are somebody like me who bleed for Israel, okay? Like people like Chuck Schumer or her husband, they don't care 2 bits about Israel. You know who cares about Israel? Shapiro, the guy they should have picked. But in all reality, what is that sound? It's like real.
Fridge.
It's what?
I think it's your fridge or your air conditioning.
My fridge. Hold on. it's coming from here. No, it's not. It's coming from the fridge.
Yeah, it's the fridge.
Okay, well, unplug it. There's nothing in there because it's driving me nuts. Thank you. Yeah, and so the Democrats are going to have a problem, and the convention that on starting Sunday you're going to see, because the Hamas wing of the party will not stand for the U.S. defending Israel. So as you see, they're coming out in droves, and the Hamas wing of the party is bigger than the Jewish vote. So they're going to have to suck ass of the Hamas wing of their party. Or, I mean, the Jewish vote's small. It's only 76% of 3.6 million people. So what's that, 2.4 million? And they've pretty much lost the Jewish vote anyways. Like, every Democrat Jew that I know that's voted Democrat is voting for Trump. So they're going to probably have to salvage with the Hamas wing of the party. So that's going to be ugly at the Democrat convention. And especially since the U.S. sent every single aircraft carrier and plane into the Middle East. I mean, I'm very worried. So we'll see what happens. Oh, they'll still win the Jewish vote, but it won't be 76-34. It'll be 76-24. It'll be, I'm going to go with 62-38. So about a 14-point upswing on the Republican side. But that's really not that many votes. Like I said, 14% of 3.6 million people is, what, an extra 500,000 votes? You know, if they don't get the Hamas wing of their party, they're ruined. No, that's what it was 76-24, and it won't be 76-24 again. I promise you, if anybody wants to bet, they will not get more than 65-35 of the Jewish vote. It'll be at least 10 points. No, I can't walk, Barry. It's tough, dude. It's like when I go even when I go out, I come home and I'm bedridden for days. It's brutal. So, you know, I need to get a scooter. I need to buy one, and I don't even have a car. My mom wants to give me my dad's old Kia for now, and so I might just take that and just to get around. I don't really go anywhere. You know, I just take a Uber whenever I go somewhere. No way, dude. Dude, Elon Musk is going to be in, dude, he's going to be in his administration. They're going to create something about keeping tabs on the money that's spent in the government or something like that. I don't have a car because my BMW got wrecked, and then when they went to fix it, they totaled it and gave me like $21,000 for it. So, documentary. Glad you brought that up. My director told me that he's finalizing a deal with the streaming services. I don't know. Have you talked to him?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and he's coming into Vegas. He's doing a documentary on was it Sonny Vaccaro?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. So the sports, big sports gambler. So I'm gonna help him a little that. So yeah. Well, I'll let you guys know. It won't be much longer, probably. But let's see what else is going on. Phil? Oh no, he called me after our last show. He's like, "Oh, I heard you were saying something about me on your podcast." And I was like, oh no, wasn't saying much. Just the fact that, thanks for calling me. I told him it's now been 2 weeks since I busted my last event. And you didn't even call me to say, sorry, Mike, good run, nothing. Because everything's about Phil. But, that's the way Phil is. You accept him for who he is, We're fine, but it just, there comes a point in a relationship when it's one way, that, we're always going to get along, but I'm kind of, comes a point where you just get sick of it all being about him, And I love him. I love Phil. He's one of my closest friends, but it really upsets me. Really, it's just just a few things, But you accept the person for who they are, or you don't. That's all. Anyways, J-Bugs. I mean, his tilt is crazy. And, he's one of my good friends, and I play with him all the time. And I played in a PLO game with him yesterday. He won like 13,000. He should have lost. Let me tell you the hand he wins, right? So, I limp. We're playing PLO. And then it gets potted, min raise call, then it gets re-raised to like 220, call, I call the button. I don't have a very good hand. I have ace three of hearts, queen three of spades, ace eight of hearts. Shitty fucking hand, but whatever. I'm in position. So the flop comes down. You can't make this up, and of course J-Bugs thinks he's a fucking genius. So there's literally five people to call the flop pre-flop. So the flop comes down, king 9 7 of spades. I flop the second nut flush, and I don't want to name other names but him, but whatever. A certain player that you guys know, he bets out like pot on the flop for like 830, and I'm like, oh, he's got the dry ace. Why would he bet pot into 5 people? I'm like, I know he's got the dry ace, right? And now J-Bugs calls. I call. And then the guy behind me overcalls. So the guy behind me's got to have a set, right? For sure. So the turn card pairs the board to a king. Now, the guy who potted the dry ace, and you guys know him, but I don't want to say his name on here. He checks. J-Bugs checks. I check. The guy on the button checks. Now the river card comes a 6 of spades. Now the guy who potted the dry ace, which I was sure had the dry ace, pots 4,700. Like, this is the worst bet I've ever seen in my life. Like, you can't pot the flop and now pot the river on a paired board. And now J-Bugs raises 200 more all in. I fold. The guy behind then calls the 4,900. And the guy who potted had the dry ace and on a paired board. And J-Bugs has the ace king 8, not ace king 8-5, ace jack 8-5 with the 8-5 of spades and made a 1 out straight flush on the river. And the guy behind me had pocket 7s and had 7s full and overcalled, which I kind of don't blame him. And so J-Bugs wins this monster 3-way 4,900 on the river with a 1 outer. But the guy who I said you guys know that he did have the dry ace, by the way. His bet was so bad on the river. I said, how could you bet the river like on a paired board when it goes call? What do you think? Somebody doesn't have a set? Well, I got checked around on the turn. Okay. We're playing PLO. Nice. Well played, buddy. Anyways. So J-Bugs won that pot, and we had to hear how great he was. He ends up winning like 13K in a game. He should have lost. He should have lost infinite. He's an idiot. Anyways, Yeah. Yeah, she was all about the vax. And her poor son died from a fentanyl overdose like 2 months ago. Pretty crazy. Anyways, yeah. J-Bugs, when he wins a pot, he played great. When he loses a pot, he's unlucky. The guys, I love him. I truly love him. He's one of my close friends, but he is truly one of the biggest mental cases I've ever played poker with. He might have the biggest tilt factor of anybody I know. Anyways, I hope so, man. The fucking Padres and fucking Arizona are on fire. They don't ever lose. Well, at least the Dodgers have won 4 in a row. But, man, the Padres don't ever lose, and neither does Arizona. I mean, Arizona's 14 games over 500. Padres are like 15 over 500. It's crazy. Yeah. They think Kamala Harris is hot. That's fucking so funny. She's disgusting. She's one of the most disgusting human beings on the planet. How about all the people that were exposing the turbo cancer from the vaccines? Oh, I can't even talk about that. All died in the plane crash. Six out of the 10. How about that one? You think how does all these high-end people just miraculously die in the plane crash? Just like if you go look at the MS-370 that disappeared in 2014, there was like 15 top like scientists on board that plane too. She's the worst, Barry. I would vote for fucking Biden's dead corpse over her. I would vote for you. She's so bad. And once she has to give an interview and once she gets exposed, watch what happens. She's so bad. Anyways, what else is going on? Let's take some phone calls.
The Mouthpiece.
If you'd like to take part in our phone call segment, you can give us a call at 702-329-0480. And if you're a snowflake or a pussy and you don't want to talk to me, you can email me at mouthpiecepodcast@gmail.com. Also, follow me at the Mouth Matiso on Twitter for times that our call-in segment will be live.
702-329-0480. Give us a call. Talk about whatever you want. Yeah, Kessler binking that 1.2 was amazing. I was going to have him on the show last week, but this guy was sick, and he was going to talk about his win. Well, that's pretty crazy. Nah, that's all right. We'll have him. I'll have him on next week or something. Dude, a blind person will obliterate her in the debate. She doesn't know the English language. I don't think she has any education. She definitely failed English. She speaks in rhyme. It's crazy. 702-329-0480. Give us a call. Barry can't call in, man. I offered him like a fucking free 1% if he called. He couldn't even do that. I mean, he wouldn't have got anything because I had the worst World Series ever, but feels good. Feels good to be on with you guys. I've missed you guys. And, things are good. Things are good. I've been in a lot of pain, man, and it sucks. But overall, I can't complain. I am single as can be. I have gotten that girl completely out of my life. And it's, I'm single and I'm gonna mingle when I find someone. Here's what I'm gonna say. The next girl I go out with will be the last girl I ever date. So, you guys, you can hold me to that. How do you like that? The next girl I date, which will be in the next 6 months, will be the last girl I ever date. Because I will I will go out with her on a date. If I see toxicity, I'll go to the next one and go out with someone else. I'm not going to sit there and try and give people a chance, when I see red flags. And I don't want to say anything bad about the person, but, it's just, I should have just followed my instincts, and my instincts were, it is what it is. So, anyways, what is my age range for chicks? Well, it depends. If I want to have a child, it has to be between 38 and 41. And if I don't want to have a child, it has to be, could be any age. I don't want to go out with girls that are too young. That's for sure. I mean, they're fun and all, but would I date a former drug addict? She's half my age. No kids, no money. No kids, no money. Half my age. That means she's 28. That's too young. I don't mind if I was a former drug addict. Those things don't bother me. But no money, and I don't have money, so no money, no honey. No, my ex-girlfriend had her second kid at 43. So, yeah, well, we'll see what happens, Yeah, no money, no problems. Would I date a woman in a scooter? No, man. I got my own scooter problems, bro. I need somebody to take care of me. I can barely fucking walk, man. But we'll see what happens. I've been going. I went out last weekend, like Friday, Saturday. Not last weekend, the weekend before. I'm trying to get out as much as I can, and so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm dead set on finding me a wife here in the next 6 months, maybe a year. So we'll see what happens. Welcome to the Mouthpieces, Mike.
Hey, what's happening? This
What?
is Mr. C.
What's going on? How you doing, buddy?
All right, hanging in there.
What's
Listen, man, I got a couple of questions for you.
Sure.
How do people not think Kamala is drunk? I think she's drunk every time.
I think
we
she is
see her.
too. I think she is.
I
I
mean-
think she's a drunk.
Yeah.
She
I
looks
think
drunk.
She's an alcoholic.
She can't say the
Look-
things she says unless she's drunk, right?
Exactly. It just amazes me. And this guy that she picked, he's like the biggest doofus ever.
Oh, he's
it's,
really
it's like
bad.
a cartoon. Is this really happening?
It's a
Are they
cartoon,
really
but
running for
it's a
president?
cartoon, but they're running on like they did in 2020. They ran basement for his basement, and when he was obviously couldn't put two sentences together, and then now they're running her from the basement where she won't do an interview, and they're going to try.
Yeah.
It worked in 2020. It's what they call a CIA op, right? They use these tactics to manipulate the public, okay? And it goes to show you, like, the sheep of the world, right? The Democrats are all sheep.
I mean, I know, but I mean, even if you're a sheep, could you possibly be that stupid?
They are.
I mean, it's like beyond. If you say okay, you're beyond stupid.
Well, they talk about the MAGA cult, right? And the MAGA cult is real because I know a lot of people in the MAGA cult. They don't think Trump could do no wrong, but them when they're like, oh, Kamala, they're in the fucking leftist cult. Okay, they just believe what the media tells them. They've done no homework on Kamala. If they did any homework, they would see what she is. Okay, she's
But
a communist.
they even said she was the stupidest vice
They did
president we
a
ever
month
had.
ago. They
So
refused
she
to.
went-
They wouldn't replace Biden because they said that she was absolutely unelectable.
Yeah.
And then now it's like Time magazine, the emergence of Kamala, the reinvention of
come
Kamala.
on.
You have every mainstream media making lie after lie. It's
I mean,
insane.
even if they make lies, it's like, are you that oblivious to just the whole program?
All you
I mean,
got-
she was the dumbest person in
See,
the world.
dude,
Now
it's
they
like-
think she's smart.
It's like
I mean-
what's her name? Angela St. Clair, or whatever I follow. She's like she put out a bunch of like robot looking psych, and it says, "We like Kamala," and it says Kamala bad. Then it says Kamala good. Yeah, Kamala good now, right? It's like
right.
she had the
Like a
she had the
cartoon.
like a lowest approval rating of any vice president in history. Okay, she was literally the dumbest. Listen, I hate when Trump calls her dumb because it makes him look bad.
Yeah.
But like he should just say she's not really intelligent or she's not that smart. But he shouldn't use the word dumb because he's good at he needs.
She just don't have credentials. That's all.
I mean, to be the president of the United States, she's like.
I don't know. I really don't know how Trump don't say it. I think she's drunk all the time. That would be like Trump. You know?
It's so scary. Like when they decided they're going to run Kamala, I said they're going to run Kamala. Like how can they run
right.
Kamala? She's so
And that's another thing.
ridiculously
Like, how
stupid.
does that work? That they could just appoint her, and none of the nominees get to go for the vote.
Yeah, well, that's why
That's
they
like
would.
communists.
That's what communists do. That's why these people.
That's like a communist party. Yeah.
This is why these people that are Democrats that Kamala, that dude, it's like you should be fucking infuriated whether you like Trump or not. Like, listen,
Yeah. Right.
what's his name? Dean Phillips was running. RFK was
All of
running.
them, yeah,
they
but
said
all
they
of
said
them.
it doesn't matter. Nobody's running against Biden. He's our nominee, right? When they knew that he was
right.
never running, they were always putting Kamala in. I told you this, because they have to. They have to go with the first black woman because they run on identity politics. That's all they run on,
And that's not racist, though.
It's
We don't want to go
ridiculous.
there.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, I would have rather had
Hey,
DeSantis or Vivek. Yeah.
On a lighter note, what about these fucking baseball players?
I don't watch it.
Have you ever seen
All
such
I know is that-
terrible baseball players?
All I
in
know
your
is
life?
nine. I looked this morning. 9 people are batting over 300. There's
Nine. It was
9.
only 4.
There
must have been.
There's 20 on every team, so that's like 600 people. There's only 9 people batting over 300. I mean,
yeah, I looked. I thought
when
I thought
when
it
we
was
were
only
growing
4 the
when
other
we were
day.
growing up, if you batted under 275, you were out of the league. Now if you bat 240, now if you bat like the guy from Philadelphia, Schwarmer, he bats like he's actually hitting the ball good now, but he usually bats like 220 with 40 home runs. Like, can you imagine what Dave Kingman would get in this day and age? He batted 249 with 45 homers every year. That would be like he'd be like the highest paid player in baseball. He couldn't even compare.
It's just amazes me that people hit 200 and they think they're Major League Baseball players.
200. If
I'm
you
like,
bat under
are you kidding?
if you bat under 250, you should be allowed in the league. And
That's
if you
right.
look,
You have to go back to the minors.
but
That's right.
go look at all the lineups. Every lineup from 5 through 9 bats under 250. It's disgraceful. When I was growing up,
disgraceful.
the worst hitter on the Dodgers was Ron Say, batted 276 with like 20 home runs.
Yeah.
20 home runs.
it's
He'd be like the
just
highest paid
yeah.
player in baseball. I mean,
Just like when they would show us over 300 hitters in, and they showed you the first 10.
and you
The
can't
rest
tell
of
me,
them
you can't tell me
Put 'em
the hitter,
all
the pitchers are that good because you watch guys like this rookie Bobby Witt batting 341. You watch Aaron Judge. You watch Ohtani. Okay, there's plenty of people that can hit the ball. Okay, the bottom line is they don't know how to hit because they're not taught how to hit, and baseball is broken. Baseball is broken. Period.
That's right. And not only that, most of them got their head up their ass when they're at the plate. I mean,
I watch what they
just
don't even take it. They don't even take the ball. They swing at balls that are 80 miles out of the strike zone. They can't.
And they'll let the strike go by.
It's ridiculous.
And the guy can throw 10 first pitches right down the middle, and the 11th guy will get up and he'll still take it. I'm like, are you fucking goofy or what?
You know, you say pitchers are throwing over 100 like it's nothing. Then how come there's there's still about 20? There's people that are hitting 290. There's like another 10, right? But I'm just saying, it's like they don't know how to hit. They're not taught. Okay, you can't tell me that Aaron Judge is just like the next coming of Barry Bonds without steroids, but the rest of the and same with Ohtani, but the rest of the league can't hit. Okay, you put work in. I mean, you don't think they throw fucking Aaron Judge 100-mile-an-hour fastballs? He fucking hits them out of the fucking park. Yeah. Give me a break. They just they don't know how to hit.
And not only that, how many defensive people that are defensive gems? Fucking maybe 3 got arms in the outfield.
It's awful. All right, good talking to you, buddy. I'm gonna get another caller. It's good talking to you.
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Right, take care.
Take care, my friend.
You're welcome, buddy.
Later, buddy.
All right, bye-bye.
He used to come into Sam's Town, where I used to deal at. Good friend of mine. We've known each other since the 90s. He's a good guy. Baseball is so broken. It's so broken. I think 30% of the Trump followers are in a cult. I call them the Maggots. Not MAGA, Maggots. Because they don't think Trump can do anything wrong. Like no matter what Trump does, oh my God, Trump was so good. Oh my God, Trump was the best. Oh my God, he's so good. Like, those people are so brainwashed. It's ridiculous. And those are the same people on the left that think like Kamala is like intelligent or isn't like the worst human being alive. But when you sit there and you run commercial after commercial and you have the media telling you how great she is, they're going to try and pull the 2020, and they might do it. They might get away with it. They might do it. Better hope they don't, or our country is going to become a communist socialist country. I mean, look what they're doing in Britain. If you don't think they're going to do that here, you got another thing coming. They're going to jail Trump. They're going to jail fucking Elon Musk, and they're going to try and get their free take care of the speech. They're real. They're real, Barry. And fucking Trump's a moron. Okay, but they're not that many. It's not like it's like it's not like they have the same amount of people as Trump has, but he's like feels threatened. Oh my God, people are coming out for her. Oh my God, what am I going to do? But when they tell you, oh, the energy, oh, I haven't seen anything like this since Obama. This is all fake. That's all fake. That's all lies. Okay? It's all lies. There's no momentum. There's a bump right now because they're all happy that fucking turnip brain is gone. And that's it. We'll see what happens after. Just remember, they're going to get a bump from the convention. I think they're going to replace Biden as president, and they're going to give her another bump in October. That's going to be their October surprise. And I think it's going to be tough for Trump to win. So we'll see. We will see. I hate when you bring up election deniers. You do know Hillary Clinton denied that, and all the Democrats called Trump an illegitimate president for 3 fucking years. So like, I just don't know what you watch, dude. Like, do your homework. Just don't be a fucking follower. Be a leader, man. Go out, go do your homework. Go see how awful she is. Fucking go see how fucking. Don't fucking just repeat what fucking the media tells you to repeat. Do your own homework. If you do your own homework, I'll respect you so much more. I really will. Yeah. I mean, how do you like Biden came out in an interview and admitted that Nancy Pelosi and them pulled a coup and had him replaced. They threatened to give him the 25th Amendment if he didn't drop out. He admitted it. They hate each other. Pelosi and Biden hate each other. Like the one thing that Trump said on the Elon Musk interview yesterday was pretty funny. He goes, "You got to hand it to Biden. He found a way to have both parties hate him." And that's pretty funny. And that was one. Well, he's funny, you know. It really was funny. Yeah, but the thing is it's not democratic, Barry. You notice how they don't run on democracy anymore? They can't run on democracy anymore because what they just pulled with Biden by putting somebody in as the candidate that got 0 votes. And they would not allow anybody else to run because this is their puppet. Don't you understand? This is what they want. She doesn't run the country. Biden doesn't run the country. Obama runs the country and somebody else runs the country. And you have to understand that that's it. You know, I'd rather vote for somebody who I know is going to run the country than not knowing who's running the country and who didn't get any primary votes. We live in a constitutional republic where the Democrats should have been able to pick their candidate and they weren't allowed. And look what they're doing to RFK. They had another corrupt judge, another one they're pulling lawfare on, take him off the ballot in New York yesterday. And now they're going to try and take him off more ballots. I mean, how could you guys be for that? You can't, whether you like Trump, whether you like Kamala, no matter what you are, he's an independent. He got the 1 million signatures in every state to be on every ballot. He deserves to be on every ballot. And anybody that says different is just fucking brainwashed. It's just disgusting. You know. Anyways, what else is going on, guys? 702-329-0480. We've got a really big crowd tonight. 739. That's the most I've had in a long time. Give us a call, 702-329-0480. We could talk Olympics. We could talk poker. We could talk politics. We could talk... What else is there? Well, baseball. Baseball sucks. What else is going on? Oh, football. Football's coming up. I can't wait. One thing about football is you got Monday, Thursday, Sunday, and it gives me I study during the week and it keeps me busy. Football keeps me busy. I do love football. Yeah, they'll go through all extremes to keep him out of the White House. I told you, they released COVID on the world in 2020, and they will stop at nothing. And if it looks like that Trump might be winning, they'll start World War III. I mean, what do you think? All those, what's going on in the Middle East right now? You know, they will do whatever it takes. Anthony, I don't want to repeat what your question was, but 100%. 100%. If you don't think all you have to do is follow what happened there to know that they expected Trump to not be alive. Period. And it's a miracle he's alive, and that's it. And anybody who doesn't believe it is, they're not doing their homework. All you have to do is do your homework to know that the Secret Service let it happen. They knew the guy was there. They had people telling them the guy was there. They had police officers that they are hoisting on the roof before Trump even took the stage, and they let it happen. Okay? And it's all going to come out. But the thing is I don't think, well, they still might try and kill him, but I always told you they were going to try and kill him. Is there anything that I've said on the program about politics in the last year that hasn't come, or 2 years that hasn't come true? I mean, I hate being Notre Dame because I'm not that smart, but I told you they were going to take Biden out. I told you she was going to be the nominee because of identity politics. I told you that all the indictments were bullshit and there was nothing to them. I told you none of those were going to have any teeth. There was complete lawfare. I told you that once they didn't kill him, or once they didn't, they tried to bankrupt him. They tried to jail him. When none of that worked, and he still rose in the polls, there was only one thing left. They were going to try and assassinate him, which they did. And let's see what I mean. Is there anything I don't tell you guys that doesn't come true? I'm not that smart, guys. I'm telling you, I'm a good poker player, but I'm not that smart. But anyways, I can't believe we only got one caller today. That was my friend, 702-329-0480. But first of all, the guy was not a Republican. He was an absolute. Where do you get your information from? He was an absolute Trump hater. Didn't you? What do you guys? Why don't you read? My God. But the fact is they think about that. They only have one picture when the guy was in 8th grade. Like, they're hiding everything. You know. He was a Republican. You want to bet, Barry? Let's bet $10 million. How much you want to bet? He was a fucking Trump hater. You're such a fucking idiot. That's just like saying the girl on CNN, on The View, what's her name? She's a Republican. She hates the Republican Party. Please. I hate the Republican Party, so give me a break. He was a Republican, sure. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, well, fuck you all. We've been on for an hour, and I only got one call. But, all right, we got another call. Hello? Welcome to Mouthpiece.
Mike,
What's up?
how's it going?
Good, man. What are you doing?
Nothing. I was just listening to your cast here and
Yeah.
listen to all the stuff that you talk about.
I just can't
It
help
was
myself. I just can't help myself how people are so uneducated and they won't do their own research. Like, I just want people to do their own research and then come up with a conclusion, and I'll respect them. When you just repeat everything MSNBC and CNN says, it's like you're a follower. You're not a leader. Like, how could you go through life being a follower? You know what I'm saying? Like, leaders lead, followers lose, man. When you just listen to what people tell you about something and you don't do your own homework, it's gross. It's like how do you carry yourself as a person? Like, to know that when everybody knows the media is beyond corrupt, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just like, just do your own homework, man, and then come to a conclusion. Then come on my show and say, Mike, I did my own homework, and what you said about that person is true. Now, what the other thing you said about I don't think is true, but we could debate that, and then come up with a reasonable thing to debate about. But don't just sit there and just fucking repeat word for word fucking MSNBC and CNN talking points, because it's just pure propaganda. And it's just gross. It's just like fucking just man up and come up, have your own, have a brain, man. Do your own homework. If you come up with a conclusion that's different than mine, I will have complete respect for you. But at least I could say, hey, you know what? You did your homework. You're right about that. Maybe I was wrong about that. But don't just sit there and say, just repeat the same things. Because I turn on the fucking, I watch right-wing media and left-wing media every day just to see what they're saying. And when you're just repeating the exact same talking points, it's like, just shut the fuck up, So.
I agree. I completely agree. I was going to switch subjects on you and talk a little bit about poker.
Let's do it.
And just get your thing. You may have already talked about this. I'm sure you have in some capacity, but I didn't hear it. What are your thoughts on what happened at the event, and then what are your thoughts on the GG Poker and World Series of Poker combining together?
Okay, so I knew GG was buying the World Series for about a year. I knew they were in final talks, because I talk with Daniel every day, or at least 3 times a week. So I was expecting that. I think the World Series is going to be much better. I still think the same people are going to run it. And I think there's going to be a lot of good things with it. So I think the GG acquisition is great. As far as what happened at the final table, I agree 100% with Daniel. What made poker great were moments like me and Shiki, or moments like Prahlad and Jeff Lissandro going at it. You know, nobody wants to see people at a final table looking at a computer screen and running simulations on what size they should size. Okay, I thought it was I thought it was a bad look for poker, and I've been saying this now for almost 3 years. Tomorrow for 2 years, 3 years. Like, there needs to be a 3-hour delay, not a 1-hour delay. You know, it's just well, who cares? Like who cares? The people that are there, they, you know, it just doesn't matter. You know, it just you can't have a 1-hour delay, and it's just bad for the game. It's just bad for the game. I'm not a big fan of it, you know, but I've never ran a simulation or a solver in my life, and I do pretty good at poker. So, and all the best players in the world do pretty good at poker. I mean, you look at Sean Deeb; he's never ran a simulation in his life. Nobody, and like all the best players haven't, you know. So,
I just wonder if, you know, I've been there and watched, you know, final tables and stuff, and I just wonder if they dropped the ball. They had to have seen him going over and looking at things. I'm just baffled that no one.
Well, I mean, the thing is like when you announce nobody, you can't be in the tournament and be looking at solvers and stuff. You know, I just think I don't think. Listen, I agree with Daniel 100%. Would he have won the tournament anyway? Yeah, he would have. You know, I don't think I don't think people that want to say, oh, like they should have his title taken away. It's disgusting. Okay, but is it a bad look for poker? Fuck yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Dominic Nietzsche, you know, he came up and he had a good reputation. Now everybody says bad things about him. So I don't know him very well. You know, so but.
I know those people at all, but I was just kind of curious your thoughts on it.
Yeah, I just think it's a bad look for poker, and we don't need it in our game, you know.
Yeah, hopefully they come up with some clearer rules, you know, just like you said. I mean, they make the one announcement, but it was just kind of a haphazard thing that was said, and you know, there's not any really clear cut, hey, if you do this, this is exactly what's going to happen, and everybody knows the rules.
Well, I mean, they announce it during every tournament. When the tournament starts, if you're caught looking at your phone or any solvers, you're kicked out of the tournament. You know, so
I didn't know they said it at every single tournament. I thought they just made the one.
No, every tournament before it starts. Every tournament they announce it. You know, but you know, this is different. This is on a delay. You know, I don't think the guy did anything against the rules, but I think it's a bad look for poker. That's my opinion.
All right,
man.
Cool, man.
Thanks for calling, man.
Good chatting with you.
You were at it, man, and I'll talk to you next week. Take care. So, yeah, I heard about the ring that got caught cheating because I had a friend that got cheated out of like $500,000. So yeah, I know all about that. What's up? Welcome to the Mouthpiece, Mike.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
What are you doing, bud?
All right. Hey, you remember that Billy Baxter on his court case with the tax thing on his gambling, poker stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, he went. I kind of followed that, a few years ago.
Yeah, well, I mean, Billy did a lot for us, man.
Well, yeah, but here's the deal with this no tips on taxes. Here's the deal. He's saying, Billy Baxter's saying that his income from gambling was taxed at a higher rate than people that had other earned income, such as wages. So he went to court, right?
Right.
Okay, so you have a deal with this no tax on tips, and all of a sudden you got somebody wants to wave a wand and say, hey, guess what? I don't want people who get tips to get taxed anymore, but hey, fuck those people that have wages. That's a fucking discrimination too,
Agree.
You know what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying, dude?
Yeah. No, I get it,
You get it? And you think that and I'm going to tell you something, man. I'm going to tell you something. I've been involved in, I'm a former federal whistleblower, and I'm working on this right now as we speak, and I'm pissed off. And I'm talking to lawyers, and this tax on tips goes through. The real issue is if they don't pay taxes, nobody pays fucking taxes.
I'm with you, bro.
You got it?
I think anybody that makes less than $100,000 a year should never pay taxes. So that's, I mean, I'm sure you think the same thing, right?
Well, hey, I know you have never opened the Internal Revenue Code, but I have, and my attorneys have, and they told me, they said, hey, man, this no tax thing, this will open everything up like you wouldn't believe. And it's going to open the whole income tax system is going to come down, and they're going to have to go to a flat tax because you know what? You don't tax people to get tips. Then I go to work and I make like $50 an hour. And you're going to tax me? That's discrimination, man.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm a big believer in a flat 15% fucking tax, bro. So you're
well, I am too, but you know what? They don't want it because you know what? It's this slave bullshit that they put on us since 1913. I can't wait. I hope they start saying, "Hey, people, you got your tips. You don't have to pay taxes." Hey, shit's gonna hit the fan, man.
It's never gonna go. The thing is like Trump was running on it because the GOP, they're all about civil liberties. They're all about lower your taxes, right? But like then Kamala's like, oh my God, that's like a winning message. So I think since we're the Democrats and we double tax everything there is, and we just a year ago we signed into to law about 87,000 IRS agents to go after waiters and waitresses that don't pay their taxes on tips. Now she wants to pivot, and all I was saying is I think it's pretty disgusting that they see a message that they think could get votes, so then they try and adopt it as their own message. I think that's all I was saying. Do I agree with you 100%?
Yeah, I've already talked to a couple. I know quite a few lawyers around the country.
Yeah.
And I've already talked to them, and they said, "Hey, when you're ready, when this thing comes through, we're going to deal with it. We're going to do it. We're going to make everybody look like shit that even thought of this bullshit."
Yeah.
And believe me, they're in line right now. The attorneys can't wait for somebody to say no tax on tips. Shit will hit the fan.
They're trying to
I can't wait.
You don't understand, okay? Like you understand how politics work, right? It's all about they come up with whatever bullshit to try and get votes, right? And like Trump thought it was a good policy to run on and to get the lower income voter, the one that works at the strip club, the one that works at that are taking your service at the restaurants, right? And so so now the left, which has been like tax them to death, they're like, oh my God, that's a pretty good message. Let's just flip flop, because that's what Kamala's done on every fucking policy issue, and try and adopt it. And but the thing is when Trump says it, they could believe that could possibly happen because that's what the GOP is always running on, is lower your taxes, and the other side is always tax up, pay more taxes. So nobody's going to believe what they say. But she comes to Nevada. Oh, yeah. She comes to Nevada. Nevada's going to be a swing state, and it's the service capital of the world, right?
Yeah, and I guarantee you, all those people that are, I got nothing against these people that get tips and all that, but you know what? I get wages, man, and you think your tips are not going to get taxed and my wages are going to get taxed? I've already called. I was involved with I'm a pharmacist by trade, okay?
Yeah.
So I got involved with this pharmacy federal whistleblower case, and I called my attorney back in Philadelphia. And he told me, and I'm a Republican from the word go. Okay, right. This guy is Democrat. The whole law firm was Democrat. They they fucking hated me because of my, but they had to take the case on because it was. So anyway, I called him up and he told me, he said, I guarantee you. I told him, I said, I'm fighting mad because I was in it's just in me, man. I got involved with this other class action suit and both of them got settled out of court. They didn't want to hear it. And I told him, I said, I told this guy, I told the attorney, let me finish, man.
Yeah, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I told the attorney, I said, and the attorney told me, he said, hey, if this thing goes through, we're going to fucking work this thing ourselves. He says, shit will hit the fan, man. I guarantee you.
And here's what I want to tell you. Okay, so look, we know like the minimum wage is what, $10 an hour in Nevada.
Yeah.
Okay. You do. I don't know if you know this, but like all these people that are waiters in the restaurants, and they don't get paid $10 an hour. They get paid like $3 an hour, and then they get their tips. So if they do no tax on tips, they're going to have to pay. They're going to have to. They no longer are working on tips that are taxable. They're going to have to pay minimum wage to every single waiter, waitress, or that there is. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. How do they get away? I never understood how they get away with this. Like when I was a poker dealer, right? I got paid like $4 an hour. I'll never forget it. And minimum wage at the time was like $8, $7.50 an hour, right? But they're like, well, you get more than that because you get tips, right? But they won't be able to get away with that. If that does pass, it doesn't matter. What's going to be interesting is the casinos and the strip clubs are going to have to pay minimum wage. They're going to have to, because I don't know how they get away with it now. To be honest with you, it's crazy.
Yeah, the figures that are out now is there's 80 million people in the United States, in America, okay, that do not file or they do not pay federal income taxes. Okay, that's a fact.
I believe it.
Okay, and the deal is, what are you going to do? What are you going to do, federal government? Put 80 million people in prison? Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, that's what they had in line when they put 87,000 IRS agents. They're like, we're going after the millionaires and billionaires. No, you're not. Those guys have the best CPAs in the world. Their fucking taxes are ironclad. You're going after the people, the low income people.
Yeah, they're going after me, man.
Exactly. They're going after the people that didn't, the waiters and waitresses that didn't file the taxes on their tips, and people like you. And anybody that thinks anything different are just uneducated. Okay, they're not. Let me tell you something. There's not a millionaire that I know. Okay, that when I file my taxes, it's ironclad. Okay, I know every part of the tax. My guy knows every part of the tax code. They know exactly what to declare, what your deductions are, how much you could save. You understand what I'm saying? We're like people like you and people that with tips or whatever, they take it out of your paycheck. Fuck you. See what I'm saying? And there's nothing you can do. And when they hire 87,000 IRS agents, they're coming after you. They're coming after the low income voter, and they're just full of shit. That's why I fucking hate the Democrats so much, because I know what they are.
Yeah, that's me too. I mean, I
know what they are. I mean, how do you sit there and pass the bill for 87,000 IRS agents a year ago, and now say, and it said they even said we're going after the people that don't pay their taxes on tips, and now it's an election year. They're like, oh, no tax on tips. Like, really? Are you guys out of your mind? I mean, do you know Kamala has flip-flopped on like 20 different positions because they got her left to right saying that she wants no fracking, no centralized fucking medical, everything socialist she wants,
right? Now they're trying to erase history. Everybody in the world knows that she was the border czar, and then they're like, there's like 20 different fucking videos from every news outlet calling her the border czar, and now it's like, oh no, she was never that. Like it's like 1984, dude. They're trying to erase history to get somebody elected. I hope it don't work, bro. That's all I know.
Yeah, the black dude and the white dude that's middle class and lower.
Yeah.
If she gets elected, it's going to be the end of that of all those people.
Of course it is.
You know what I mean?
But see, they believe, because they don't do the research, they believe that they're there to help them, and they're not. This isn't the Democrat Party of the 90s or the early 2000s. These are socialist, communist, fucking evil fucking people. And you know I'm right.
Hey, man, I've been following you, for years. Poker. Yeah. I mean, I'm a big fan, but I love the show and all that. But
think about this.
The politics. I'm right in line with you, man.
Think about this, right? The fucking Elon Musk in 2020 voted for Biden. He had every left-wing person buying a fucking electric vehicle for Tesla, right? And what happened?
Yeah.
What happened? He got voted Time Magazine Person of the Year, and Elizabeth Warren decided she was going to attack him on social media and saying, oh, why doesn't he pay his fair share? Meanwhile, he paid $18.6 billion, the highest tax ever paid by a single individual in the history of our country. And then he realized, he got woke up to what's going on, that everything the media says is a lie. Everything they do is a lie. You know what I'm saying? And do I think that he's been red-pilled because he wants to get back at them? I think it started that way. Then he got educated, and now he's like, fuck. You know what I mean?
Well, he's to me, he's an engineer, and all that. He's a truth seeker. You know what I mean?
He's a problem solver.
In his inherent nature.
Agree.
To go after the truth with Elon Musk, and that's what he's done. And he gets ridiculed and criticized for his truth-seeking, the way he goes about it. That's why he took over Twitter.
Yeah.
Because he knew they were lying. I got to make this thing truthful. The guy's about truth.
No shit. The Twitter files really exposed everything. That was something. Wow.
I mean, you gotta give the guy credit where he's deserved. He's saving the country.
What did I don't know if you listen to the show every week, but I said it like a year and a half ago. I said, when it's all said and done, Elon Musk will go down in history like Abraham Lincoln when he freed the slaves, of saving free speech and saving the country. And I believe that in every inch of my bone. I really do.
And believe me, and I think Trump's. I follow Trump. I follow the little. Trump said, "Look, I know the Internal Revenue Code."
Yeah,
he
admitted
and he does.
That was another thing. That's why. How could you not like that? That really showed respect for me when he sit there and says, "Yeah, I don't pay taxes because I'm smart." Right? He basically said,
right, exactly.
He said, if you want to change it, I'm the only one that could change it because I know how to get around it, right? Like, the guy went on stage and admitted that he cheats on his taxes because he knows how to get around the code. Who does that? You can't. How much more transparent can you be?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? He goes, the system is rigged against all you guys. You know how I know it's rigged against you guys? Because I'm part of the system. He admits it. Like, that was by the way, that really became a Trump supporter when the guy admitted that he cheated on that he's a fucking cheats on his taxes and he knows the system and the only way.
I me too. That did it for me. I said, hey, you know what? I don't the guy's pretty arrogant. He's got a lot of money. I get that shit. Kind of rubs me wrong. But when he went down that road, I said,
he got on the debate
man.
stage. They were talking about him not paying his federal income tax. And he goes, yeah, because I'm smart. On the debate stage. He said it on the debate stage. Think about that. I'm like, man, this guy is fucking so transparent. Yeah, but,
I gotta have this guy. That's exactly.
But I soured on him in 2020 because I
because I was so upset about the dumb things he did during COVID, you know, and he cost himself the election. And so, you know, and I did not want him to be the nominee this time, but, you know, I'm kind of like with Elon. After the assassination attempt, when the guy didn't know if he was going to live or die, and the first thing out of his mouth was fight, 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 that shows somebody that loves his country and will bleed for it. And so now
he took a shot like you wouldn't believe, man.
Now I'm back all in on Trump. So
yeah. Anyway,
hey,
thanks
for calling,
thanks for getting me riled up here.
It's good. You got me riled up too.
Okay. Hey,
good,
take
man.
it easy,
Have a
man.
great week, man. Take care.
Bye.
I like that guy. He had a lot of passion. I like that. Nope. Property values. Yeah, he changed property values. Mar-a-Lago's only worth $18 million. Okay.
Hello?
Hey, welcome to the Mouthpiece, Mike.
Mike, you the man.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Doing good. I just had a question. I played in my first ever WSOP 2024.
Okay.
Dude, it was really fun. It's always been my dream. I so looked into more tourneys to see what's happening and whatnot. I seen that they're gonna have the NAPT at the Resorts World.
Okay.
I guess it used to happen. They stopped doing it.
Yeah, that's a Poker Stars. That's a Poker Stars tour. Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to get your input on that. What are your thoughts on that, and are you going to play in that one?
I don't play tournaments, bro. I just play the World Series. That's it. I play the World Series, and then I play the Win tournament in December, and that's it. Because I can't travel, bro, and it's too hard for me to. I just can't walk around. Like when the Win tournament comes around, I'll get a scooter, and I'll stay at a hotel. I'll get a room at the Win, and that's what I'll do. But I just can't move. So I just can't.
Oh, I see.
It's just too hard for me to play tournaments, and I'm not a big tournament lover anyway. So.
I was gonna say I wasn't sure if you know, but it was gonna be in Vegas.
Yeah, but I can't walk.
Okay.
And so I'd have to rent a scooter every day, and I don't enjoy tournaments. I play poker where I win or lose, 30,000-40,000 a day, and I just can't sit there and play for 5 days to try and win 150,000 and just kill myself and be in pain. And it's just, during the World Series, yeah, I could do it because I love the competition and I go from tournament to tournament every day, and it's fun, but that's about it. It's just, but I've never been, even when I was crushing tournaments, I was never a tournament lover. I was just good at them, that's all.
Oh, wow. That's something new. I thought you was.
No, I've always played high stakes cash my whole life, and then if I did really good at high stakes cash, I'd jump in a big poker tournament, try and make a score. But I was never a tournament player. But I do love the World Series. I do love playing at the World Series. It's a lot of fun. And I almost pulled off the last event.
I'm thinking about playing in it. The upcoming event.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good. I think you should. It's going to be a really big event. First place will probably be around 280,000. It's like what, 1,100, right? I think it's 1,100 the main event. But
yeah, I somewhere around there.
Yeah, they're gonna first place. It's going to be big. It'll be a big, like, first place will be like 250, 350. It'll be good. It'll be worth it, man. Like I said, I just can't. I can't do it, but. I'll be hopefully.
What's something that because obviously you're a successful tourney player. Are there any tips or something that a formula that you have that works?
Just play tight, pick your spots. You don't have to run that many big bet bluffs, but I have a different philosophy than a lot of people do. My philosophy is three bet when you sense weakness, and keep yourself going, and just fold, 3-bet here, 3-bet there, fold, and catch cards and just stay patient, man. He who is the most patient is the one who wins. And this World Series, I struggled with my patience in a lot of events, and I didn't play my best. The ones that I got close to winning, I had great patience. And, I've said it for years. I'll say it till the day I die. They shouldn't even call it poker. They should call it patience, because he who has the most patience wins. That's just my belief.
That's deep, man. That's deep.
Yep. So,
All right, Mike.
Good luck,
you
man.
man.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
calling.
man, for taking
You
my
got
call.
it. Take care.
All right.
All right. Well, we've been on for like an hour and a half. We've got a lot of people, man. It's the most I've seen on here in a long time.
Mike,
What up, man? Welcome to Mouthpiece. How you doing?
hey, that asshole calling about tipping and all, and people not paying. Think about it this way: you're a poker dealer, you're a server, you're a cocktail server, whatever you are.
Mm-hmm.
You make $40,000 a year, 40 fucking grand a year.
I agree.
How are you supposed to live off that when people treat you like shit every fucking day in the poker room, in the casino, the restaurant?
I agree with you. I like the no tax on tips, but I agree with him also that I think there should be a flat 15% tax in the country. Period.
Hey, I agree with you there 100% on a flat tax. You make good money.
And when I say flat tax, that means it comes out of your paycheck once, not like
agree.
Not like tax out of your paycheck, then buy your fucking a meal and tax me again, and then go to everywhere I go and tax me again. And then if you put away money and your parents die, they take a third of your money and tax you on that. I mean, like it's criminal,
Not when you're a poor son of a bitch like me and only make $40,000 a year.
Yeah, but
you're not inherited. My kid's not getting inherited.
Well, you heard what I said. If you make less than $100,000, I don't think you should be taxed anything. I mean,
you did one thing wrong, because you made all those great videos for during the World Series this year. You got one thing wrong. Minimum wage went up in Vegas. It's not $10 anymore.
What is it? I know it's 20 in California.
$12.50 it went up to.
Yeah, but I guarantee you, they don't give you $12.50 if you're a server.
No, they don't. I get you there, but you tell me how many.
I told you I was a poker dealer. That they gave me like $3 an hour when the minimum wage was like $7.50, and I made like $125 a day in tips. It was ridiculous. Now you make a lot more. Like poker dealers, it's a good job, man. Maybe you should get into. Maybe you should learn how to deal poker. I mean, poker dealers make like $250 to $500 a day, depending on where you're dealing. It's a lot of money.
You got Texas in your mind. We don't make that.
I got Texas in my mind, and I've got Florida on my mind.
Florida on your mind. That girl that was recommended to you.
No.
I know her too.
No, I wasn't that wasn't on my mind.
Phil, I'm gonna put it that way.
I was just saying that Florida is people who deal in Florida and Texas make good money, and the World Series this year, if you worked hard, you made like $60 an hour plus tips. They were giving you like $30 a down, and then if you worked overtime, you'd get $45 a down. That was
Mike. I hate telling you this. The World Series dealers didn't get their last bonus check or their last paycheck. Caesars fucked them again this year for like the fourth year in a row.
They'll get that.
I can show you proof. They have not been paid their last paycheck. When did the World Series end? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago?
A month ago. It'll go public. They'll get paid. I'm not worried about that. You got to remember, man. Caesars is broke, man. Like the World Series. Everybody thinks the World Series makes a lot of money. Oh my God, they raked $83 million. You know how much the World Series makes every year? I know because I'm friends with the guys who run it. They said 15 to 20 million they make. Right? That's not much money for running a fucking tournament of 7 weeks long, right? If you think about what like people what they make and drop just in casinos, like $20 million is nothing for 7 weeks. It's like less than $10 million a month. You know what I'm saying? And so, when they pay the dealers, the waters. He told me that it's like $30 million in waters. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. 25, 30 million in waters.
Oh, you got to give it to the people in Vegas, man. I mean, it's hot out there.
I don't know how they get away with fucking like charging for parking. I don't know how they get away with the resort fees. I don't know how that. I don't know who in the world can afford to come to Vegas. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out how much money you need to make to be able to afford to come to Vegas. Like, it's like insane. Like, even if you came for the weekend, it's like just without gambling, just is like $2,000. I don't even get it. But they had a record drop last 2 months. I saw that they made like some retarded amount of money. So,
hey, last question.
Sure.
Mine. I know you hate that bitch, Kamala. I know you do.
I fucking hate her. I would. I swear to you, I would vote for Biden's dead corpse before I'd vote for her.
Let me ask you, who's worse as a person, her or Mike Postle?
Oh, she's worse. Oh, it's not even close.
Okay.
Not even close.
All right. I go the other way.
I'd fuck Mike Postle before I'd fuck her. I think she's the fucking evilest person. I think she's one of the most evilest person to ever run in politics. But I know. I follow shit. And she's so stupid. But I wish Trump would stop saying how dumb she is and just say, I don't think she's very intelligent. Like, when you say the word dumb, it looks bad. And when you're trying to get educated women to vote for you, they don't want somebody who's calling a female dumb. You know what I'm saying? Because the 64% of the females in the Democrat Party are single women that hate themselves, and they hate people that call people dumb. So
look, Mike, you're blue check on Twitter, right? It'll always be Twitter, by the way.
My blue check didn't go off Twitter.
You're a blue check, right?
Yeah, I'm a blue check. Yeah, I'm actually gonna. I'm gonna pay $113 for the year, and I'm gonna upgrade to the Premium Plus, so I don't have to get the ads because I'm sick of fucking advertisements. And I have no problem putting money in Elon's pocket because the man's saving free speech and saving the country. So I have no problem paying him.
All right. Love hearing your show, man. Love hearing your voice. Keep up the good work.
Man. Thanks for calling. I appreciate it. Have a great week.
Decaf poker out.
You got it. Later. All right, man. We've been on for almost an hour and 45 minutes. We had a good show today. I'm going to, like I said, don't know for sure if I'm going to LA next week or the week after. If I go next week, I'll probably do a podcast Saturday afternoon and then probably fly out Saturday night. And if I go the week after, I'll let you guys know. Thanks for listening. For Mouthpiece, we had a lot of energy today, some good calls. And listen, don't let politics control you. You know, yeah, I say what I say, whatever, but you know, we're 3 months out of the election. It's going to get nasty because it's the grossest thing. Politics is the nastiest thing in the whole world. Love you guys. Have a good one.
The Mouthpiece.